Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're gonna go way back to one of the most important and outright stunning albums ever made. It's Nick Drake and his 1972 release, Pink Moon. Standing today as one of music's most tragic characters, there's simply no other artist in history that conveys emotions as consistently and outright beautifully as Nick Drake does on every single second of this record. With his calm, soothing voice and his fantastic, intimate guitar work, Nick Drake was trying to breathe life into the folk movement when everybody thought that it was a thing of the past. When approaching Pink Moon for the first time, you need to understand that there's little, if any, brightness to this album in any aspect, but at the same time, it's the intimacy and the way that he bears his soul at every single moment that makes this album completely captivating. There's a fragile, delicate feel to every single song, and you almost feel as if you're a voyeur looking in at a man just singing to himself in a dark room. Nick Drake's soft, deep vocals stand as outright chilling today as they were more than 40 years ago. It's the way that his singing is simultaneously soothing and unsettling that makes these songs like absolutely nothing else in history. And the raw, blunt honesty you find in every single word he sings show what it means to be a truly fearless artist. These perfectly crafted, absolutely heart-wrenching songs paint the picture of the deep issues that Nick Drake dealt with nearly his entire life. And I think most of the reason this album was panned upon first release is because people simply couldn't deal with this level of honesty. The reality is that Nick Drake would be dead only a few months after this album was recorded, and it's almost chilling to think that in one of his final interviews, he was asked why this record was so short, and he simply said that he had nothing else to record. So if somehow you've never experienced the tragic genius that is Nick Drake's Pink Moon album, go out right now, do your ears and soul a favor, and get yourself a copy. Okay everybody, today for something new, we're gonna check out the most recent release from the Fall, and it's called Ersatz GB. If somehow you've never heard of the Fall, go out and get yourself a clue. This is their 29th release, and since the early 70s, these guys have been defining what it truly means to be an experimental band. Having gone through more than 60 members over that time span, this record represents the first time it's been the same lineup for 3 albums consecutively, and it comes through in the music. All across the record, it becomes clear that this is the most accessible album the Fall have ever released. There are clear melodies, there are clear rhythms, and there's almost hooks to some of these songs, which is absolutely unheard of with this band. There are great power chords, there are fantastic grooves at every single turn, and yet at the same time, the Fall have sacrificed none of their uniqueness. One of the other big things that sets this album aside from the rest of the catalog of the Fall is that the sound is mixed much cleaner, it's a much more even balance, and overall, it's just a better quality record. But make no mistake about it, Mark E. Smith is still up to his usual disagreeable approach, and it's the wild, wonderfully cryptic, often unintelligible lyrics and the way that he's just present on these tracks that tells you you're listening to the Fall. Fact of the matter is this, there's never been another artist in history that personifies the idea of it's not what you say, it's how you say it than Mark E. Smith. Looking at the album as a whole, it's clear that this is a brand new side of the Fall, and while it's still out there enough that longtime fans will enjoy it, I really believe that it's accessible to a whole new group of people. So for those of you looking for what may be the most unique approach in all of music history, go out and check this record, because on the buy it or borrow it, there's no question. This one's a buy it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, go ahead and leave a comment, go ahead and click like, whatever you want to do. Remember that if you share this video via the Daily Guru Facebook page or you leave a comment, you're automatically entered to win at least 4 of the albums I recommend throughout the entire month. If you want to email me, you can do that at thedailyguru@gmail.com, and check out my website where every single day I talk about the best music ever created at thedailyguru.net. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr right here, and we'll see you guys again on Monday.